Hello students, today our video will be part 3 of text. So we'll start from where we ended in our last video, part 2, the dicing in bracket text part 2. So Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, the father and the son, both are speaking to each other. So Dhritarashtra said to Duryodhana that okay, I will discuss with Vidura about the game of dice. Pakha khela hobo lage na nalage moi Vidurar logot kotha pati loi kom. Tetia Dhritarashtra ki Duryodhane ki koisil? I know the steward, that means the Vidura. Vidura will reject the idea of game of dice, but I will kill myself. So he is telling father that I am so depressed, I cannot live with such envy, or I am feeling very bad because my enemy is prospering, so I will die. Then Dhritarashtra heard the painful words of his son, and he bore much love for his son, and so he immediately what he did, he called his servants and he let the carpenters build me a big hall of 1,000 pillars and 100 doors. So for the game of dice, this palace, and when they have splattered it with gems and thrown out the dice everywhere, that means the dice means, suppose the gems engraved with designed like dice. So report to me quietly that it is fully built and ready to be entered. So already Dhritarashtra ordered his servants to build a palace for the arrangement of the game of dice. Pakha khelar kane already order dile. Thus the king decided to appease Duryodhana, and the great king Dhritarashtra sent for Vidura. Tar pasot Vidurok mati pothale. For he never took any decision without asking Vidura. Vidura was the prime minister of the kingdom of Kuru. So Vidurok nuhudake eko kam nakore karone teo Vidurok mati pothiale. And though he knew the evils of dicing, Dhritarashtra knew the evil of dicing, he was drawn to it because of love he bore his son. Dhritarashtra knew that actually a cat, small cat, wanted to come inside through the open window. So anyway, and he knew the evil consequence of the dice, that, but he was blind for his son. He is a good king, but with blind love for his son Dhritarashtra. So suppose you have a short note Dhritarashtra, so you have to give a description of his clan and so on, his father and so many, and you can also write all these things. He was a good king, but he had blind love for his son and so on. So everything that you learn helps you in your exam in writing any question or any answers to any questions. So Vidur, who was Vidur? Actually Dhritarashtra Pandu. And when we started our first class, I told you that from Visitra Bija I told you. So slightly we have to go to the slightly further Visitra Bija. So we started from Visitra Bija, that King Santanu, Visitra Bija and Chitrangada, two sons, and Visitra Bija has two sons, Dhritarashtra and Pandu, and I told you the whole story. But now I am telling from Visitra Bija. So actually the birth of story of Vidura with as well Pandu and Dhritarashtra. So when Visitrabija and Citragada died, and Visitrabija was so weak, and he also collapsed and died in the time of his marriage ceremony. So Visitrabijor যেতিয়া মৃত্যু হ'ল তেতিয়া এতিয়া শান্তনু ৰজাৰ পুতেক বিচিত্ৰবীৰ্য চিত্ৰাংগদাটো মৰিলে এতিয়া বিচিত্ৰবীৰ্য হাউ টু সেভ দ্য ক্লেনটো কেনেকৈ মানে সেভ কৰা যায় সিহঁতৰ বংশটো কেনেকৈ ৰক্ষা কৰা যায় হাউ টু সেভ দ্য ক্লেন অফ দ্যাট কুৰু ডাইনেষ্টি চ' শান্তনুৰ যিজন ঘৈণীয়েক আছিল সত্যৱতী আমি যাক মৎস্যগন্ধা কম এইটো তোমালোকে জানা ষ্টৰিটো যে বিকজ অফ এ নাইচ ফ্ৰেগ্ৰেন্স যিটো ঋষি পৰাশৰে দিছিল হা Satyavatik Masmuriyar ছোৱালী আছিল she was the daughter of a fisherman so fisherwoman Satyavati Motsyagandha and later on Gandhavati Parashare দিয়াৰ পিছত গন্ধটো so King Santanu married her so Santanu and Motsyagandha are Satyavati তো Satyavati এতে কি কৰে Satyavatiয়ে কি কৰিছিল she told Bhishma a secret from her past. Actually, Satyavati was married to Rishi, not married, had a son with Rishi Parashara. Once, আমি ডিটেইলছত নাযাওঁ যে সত্যৱতীৰ ঋষি পৰাশৰৰ লগত এজন পুতেক আছিল আৰু সেইজন হৈছে ব্যাস বেদ ব্যাস হা গতিকে কথাটো হ'ল then Vyasa was called and Viduru was born from the system Niyoga. Niyoga was a system of the followers of Manu so Swayambhu Manu so Niyogot enekwa hoisil when the husband is not capable of begetting a child or a son a man is appointed and that man is not legally the father the husband is the father of the son but he is appointed enekwa appoint koribo parisil so যেতিয়া বিচিত্ৰবীৰ্য মৰিল তেওঁৰ যিজন কুইনছ আছিল অম্বিকা এণ্ড অম্বালিকা so this Vyasa was called and he was asked to have sexual relationship to beget son so এনেকে from Ambika Dhritarashtra and Pandu perhaps and from Ambalika Vidur but not from Ambalika Vidur's story is so you see that suppose Vyasa was very dark of having dark complexion and he was not so handsome so they were actually frightful that is why while doing intercourse Ambika closed her eyes that is why Dhritarashtra born blind and Pandu was also pale because of that frightfulness while having sexual intercourse with Vyasa but when because that both the sons are not so healthy Satyavati requested Ambika or Ambalika someone queen actually I just forget the name so two queens so but the queen sent a maid servant Parishrami so that is why how Vidur was born so Vidur's father Vyas but mother actually a Parishrami a maid servant so that is why at the last in Mahabharata Vidura went to Pandava's side actually if we see Vidura has no any responsibility because like Kripacharya Dronacharya and so others he has nothing actually so because he doesn't belong to the royal from one perspective because his father was Vyas and his mother was maid servant but for Dhritarashtra and Pandu their mother from royal family so anyway this is Vidur's birth story. So এতিয়া ধৃতৰাষ্ট্ৰই বিদুৰক মাতিছে যে পাখা খেলা হ'ব লাগে নে নালাগে এটা মানে সালাহ ল'ব আৰু he will take one advice or suggestion from Vidur. So he called upon that means he called upon মানে গৈ লগ কৰা হয় call Vidur. So it is 10 minutes, so we have to stop here. So this is part 2. okay, বিদুৰৰ জন্ম কাহিনীটো কোৱাৰ কাৰণে অকণমান এইটো হৈ গ'ল বিদুৰ শৰ্ট নোট আহিলে এইবিলাক অলপ লিখিব পাৰিবা অৰ্থাৎ ফাদাৰ কোন আছিল এটলিষ্ট দ্য বাৰ্থ দো ইট ইজ নট ইন দ্য টেক্সট বিদুৰৰ বিষয়ে so thank you.